Today we're cutting through the marketing hype and showing you the real best televisions of 2025. If you came here expecting me to say, just buy the most expensive OLED, you're in the wrong video because the best TV for you depends on where you watch, what you watch, and how you watch it. We'll start with more budget picks and work up to premium but affordable choices. As always, you'll find links to the best deals down in the description. And if you prefer written reviews, check out our website at techranker.com. That's TechRanker without the second E. Now let's start with a crowd pleaser that punches well above its price, the TCL QM6K. TCL's 2025 entry in its precise dimming line brings mini LED backlighting to a price range that used to be plain edge lit. Mini LED means hundreds of tiny independently controlled zones, so bright highlights pop without washing out the rest of the image. Larger sizes pack up to 500 dimming zones paired with a 144Hz panel, Dolby Vision IQ, and Google TV. On paper, it looks like a spec sheet that wandered into the budget aisle by mistake. In practice, the QM6K aims to be the affordable, do-everything TV and mostly succeeds. Input lag is impressively low, and gaming performance is smooth with variable refresh rate and auto low latency mode. Black levels are strong for its class thanks to the full array VA panel, though you might notice slight haloing in very dark scenes. In normal lighting, it's barely noticeable. HDR brightness is where it shines. It's much brighter than typical budget sets, so fireworks, chrome, and sunlight have real punch while daytime TV stays vivid. TCL's AIPQ Pro processing keeps color and tone mapping in check, and you still get Dolby Vision IQ, Dolby Atmos, and Filmmaker mode. The speakers are fine for casual use, but a soundbar is an easy upgrade. As a gaming screen, it's a blast. The jump from 60 to 120 or 144 Hz is immediately obvious, and motion stays clean when frame rates dip. There's some mild glow in dark scenes, but it's an easy trade-off for this level of performance and value. The TCL QM6K is ideal for anyone wanting a bright, versatile living room TV that's great for movies, gaming, and streaming. Google TV is simple and responsive, and you're not trapped in a closed ecosystem. If you're ultra sensitive to blooming or need extreme anti-glare for a sunlit room, you might step up to a pricier model. For everyone else, the QM6K nails the 2025 sweet spot, modern tech, gaming-grade smoothness, and real-world value that redefines budget. Now we look at the Hisense QD6QF, a solid value pick that dials back some premium extras, but still delivers sharp, colorful performance for everyday viewing. Its standout feature is quantum dot color technology, giving it richer, more accurate colors than most budget LEDs. It supports Dolby Vision HDR10+ and HLG, and runs on Amazon's Fire TV OS, so all your streaming apps are right there, no extra box required. The interface is simple, fast, and easy to use, which fits perfectly with the QD6QF's no-fuss personality. Performance-wise, this is a 60 Hz panel, so motion is smooth enough for casual gaming and sports, but not ideal for competitive players chasing ultra-high frame rates. It lacks full HDMI 2.1 and broad VRR support, and its VA panel means you get strong contrast but narrower viewing angles. HDR looks good, but not dazzling. Bright highlights and deep shadows aren't as dramatic as pricier mini LED or OLED models. In real-world use, though, it's impressive. Colors are vibrant, the image is clean, and the Fire TV interface runs smoothly. For streaming, movies, and everyday viewing in a moderately lit room, it's more than enough. The QD6QF is best for people who want a bright, colorful 4K TV that's easy to use and affordable. It's not built for competitive gaming or sun-drenched living rooms, but for most homes, it nails the essentials. It may not wow like a flagship set, but for the price, it's the kind of TV that quietly over-delivers. Now let's move into one of the biggest surprises of this year's lineup, the Roku Pro Series. For years, Roku has been the go-to brand for simplicity, inexpensive streaming sticks, reliable performance, and an interface blissfully free of clutter. But the Pro Series is Roku stepping confidently into premium territory, and they nailed it. This is Roku's first true flagship TV, featuring a mini LED backlight with full array local dimming and a quantum dot layer for richer color. Translation, it gets bright enough for daylight viewing, while still maintaining excellent contrast in dark scenes. It's not an OLED, but it comes surprisingly close for most content. What makes the Pro Series stand out is balance. Many mid-range TVs crank contrast and color to eye-searing levels, but Roku aims for a natural film-like image. Dolby Vision and HDR10+ content looks cinematic without blowing out highlights, and the 120Hz panel keeps motion smooth for sports and gaming. Usability is where Roku really shines. The interface is still the easiest in the business. Clean, responsive, and mercifully free of pop-ups or subscription nags. Setup is painless, plug it in, sign in, and you're done. It feels like the first TV designed for people who just want to watch something without navigating an obstacle course of menus. Audio holds its own too. Roku's Smart Picture and Smart Sound features subtly adjust brightness and volume to your room, and the built-in speakers sound full for casual use. Pairing with Roku's wireless subwoofer or soundbar, though, takes it to another level. There are trade-offs. It's a VA panel, so contrast is great head-on, but viewing angles are narrower than OLED. Brightness is strong, but doesn't hit Samsung's top mini LED levels. Still, those models cost much more. And none match Roku's simplicity. The Roku Pro Series is made for people who want premium picture quality and an effortless experience. It's ideal for streaming households, families, and anyone who values it just works over endless tinkering. Hardcore gamers might want lower latency and 144Hz support, but for everyone else, movie lovers, sports fans, binge watchers, the Roku Pro delivers a bright, beautiful, no-nonsense experience that feels refreshingly human. If you're after everything that makes OLED special, perfect blacks, rich contrast, and wide viewing angles, but don't want to pay flagship prices, the LG B5 OLED hits a sweet spot. It's LG's entry-level OLED for 2025, offering self-lit pixels, a 120Hz refresh rate, HDMI 2.1 on all ports, Dolby Vision, and full gaming support. It checks almost every box for a modern home theater without breaking the bank. The B5's strength is simple: picture quality. Each pixel controls its own light, giving you true blacks, zero blooming, and outstanding contrast. Colors are vibrant but natural, and the wide viewing angles mean the image looks great from anywhere in the room. Brightness is its one limitation. It's not as bright as LG's higher-end models or mini LEDs with peak HDR around 600 nits, so HDR highlights won't dazzle in direct sunlight, but in normal lighting or dark rooms, the picture looks gorgeous. For gamers, it's excellent. All 4 HDMI ports support 4K at 120 frames per second, variable refresh rate, and auto low latency mode. With incredibly low input lag for both consoles and PC, LG's WebOS 25 is fast, intuitive, and fully featured. Apps open quickly, navigation is smooth, and the overall experience feels premium. Audio is decent for casual use, though a soundbar adds much needed depth. The LG B5 is ideal for movie lovers and gamers who want OLED performance at a reasonable price, especially for evening viewing or moderate lighting. If your room gets lots of sunlight, or you mainly watch daytime sports, a brighter mini LED might suit better. In short, the LG B5 OLED delivers OLED cinematic blacks, vivid color, and gaming smoothness while skipping only the priciest extras. It's one of the smartest, most balanced buys of 2025. And finally, we reached the showstopper of this year's lineup, the Samsung S95F. If the LG B5 OLED made OLED more affordable, the S95F takes it to the extreme. This is Samsung's second generation QD OLED, combining OLED's perfect blacks with the brightness and color intensity of quantum dots. It's Samsung's flagship statement, and it delivers. Brightness is where it immediately stands out. Traditional OLEDs can look dim in bright rooms, but the S95F blasts past that, reaching over 1000 nits in HDR. Highlights like sunlight, reflections, and fireworks have a lifelike sparkle, making HDR content feel truly three-dimensional. Samsung's new matte anti-reflective coating is another major win, cutting down glare so dark scenes stay clear even in daylight. You no longer see your own reflection during moody moments, just crisp contrast and inky blacks. Combined with its natural OLED depth, the result is a display that thrives in almost any lighting. Colors are rich and vibrant thanks to quantum dots that keep hues accurate even at high brightness. Reds and greens pop without looking oversaturated, and HDR content looks spectacular, like a theater screen with smartphone sharpness. For gamers, it's equally impressive. The S95F supports 4K up to 144 frames per second, with variable refresh rate and auto-low latency mode for buttery smooth gameplay. Input lag is virtually non-existent, and Samsung's Game Bar lets you monitor performance in real time. There are a few caveats. Samsung still doesn't support Dolby Vision, sticking with HDR10+. It's not a major loss, but it's one of those Samsung being Samsung choices. The ultra-thin panel also means the built-in speakers are adequate, not immersive. A soundbar is highly recommended. The S95F is perfect for bright rooms, vivid visuals, and serious gaming. It handles glare better than any OLED before it and delivers breathtaking color and contrast. If you mostly watch in the dark, an LG B5 might give you nearly the same magic for less, but for sheer visual impact, the S95F is unmatched. It's the kind of TV that makes guests stop and ask, "What is that?" And you'll love answering. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more straightforward tech reviews every week.